It's not really a case of how big is the company. I would like to think common sense would say if there's only 2 people in the company, I think they should be pretty much aligned or they shouldn't be doing it. However, that said, we can go from 3 up to as many as needed. It's more of a case of how joined up or not they are and how important they want to understand the cohesion of the organisation. So it's more of a case of it's quality, not quantity. So you can talk to 10 people if there's 10 people in the company, but they could be 10 chief executives. So it doesn't really matter. So we do, some of our clients are 10 people, but we also talk to much larger organisations, but that 10 people are the senior team. So it doesn't really matter how big the company is.
No, the best approach we could take, though, is actually to cut through 3 tiers. So you start with the sponsor, go down to the next level, and then down to a 3rd level. So we ultimately would try to encourage going down a 3-tier if we can, because that gives you a much better cross-section.
So what's special about the FLOeLLA system?
FLOeLLA is an ability to rapidly capture business requirements or business information, business analysis, whatever it is people want to find out. The unique part of it is how quick it is and how quickly you can get a report back. It cuts through completely the necessity for consultancies to come in for 3 or 4 months and interfere with lots of people, taking teams of people out in one hit. It actually cuts through that because it is important that people aren't interfered with in their day jobs. So taking them out for 15 minutes, quickly talking to them in a really casual way. They believe it's casual, but it's not. It's so informed. It's actually, it astonishes us, some of the answers that come out and some of the information we get. We actually say, wow, how did that come out? And the response from the person we've been talking to is always, well, I didn't realise I knew that much, or I had that much to say, or I had that much to do in my day job, or how involved I was with the company. It's always a surprise to them, but they always come out smiling because they've actually realised they've added a lot of value to what they've been putting into the company. But because the last time they were probably asked how good they are about anything is at their interview, and people have forgotten to do that. The significance of what they've been able to say really shows, because a lot of the time we see this as a common theme, is people feel that they've been stifled. They can't actually have an opportunity or have a mechanism in place to actually be heard. Or they think if they do say something, it's not going to go there anyway. They will have filled in lots of questionnaires before, and there's actually nothing in it. Nothing's ever done. Nothing's ever followed up. But with this, we actually, as part of the process of recommendations, we actively talk through with the sponsor the key items that they really should feed back to the people we've spoken to, so that they believe and understand how that's now going to be used and improved on. So it's not worthless.
What is FLOeLLA?
Andy came into work one day and said, I've thought of a fabulous name called Wingsnap. And I said, a word called Wingsnap. I said, okay. I said, wouldn't that make a fabulous name if you were called FLOeLLA Wingsnap?
Can I just interject? It's actually after years of development, and that's actually where it comes from.
Really?
It actually
Okay.
stands for something very technical, which I won't pretend to remember.
But that's how it came about. And then because in the same day we then had to go and find this way of doing this operational landscape, we decided that actually, that's just the diagram we've come out with at the end is a wing snap, and actually this process could be called FLOeLLA, so it all just came together in the day.
And I do have a thing for FLOeLLA Benjamin.